Hello everybody, Monica Bodierski here, artist and author of the Shadowland Tarot and the House of Shadows Lenormand Oracle. How are you all doing? I hope you had a wonderful week. I blinked, apparently, and it is now turning into fall. I am in the northern hemisphere here, and it is getting cooler already, and the nights are getting longer and the days a bit shorter. How did that happen? I've noticed a few things falling out of trees, and like the squirrel that I am, have been collecting things mostly for my spellcasting and my spiritual work. So, things like this prickly little dude, which happens to be a chestnut, acorns, oak leaves. I have my little witch friend back here, by the way, accompanying me, and for a reason. Fall, autumn. What a wonderful time for reflection and to kind of look at what it is we've accomplished up till this point. So I thought we'd do a really quick 2-card reflection spread. And there's no solution to this. There's no question, what is this? And then we're going to do this. It is simply a wonderful 2-card spread to look at your harvest and see what it is that you would do well to reflect on at this time of year. So, you know what to do. Get your decks and shuffle. All right. Okay. So, after shuffling and cutting, or however you like to do this, people often ask, what do I do? How do I shuffle? Oh, I'm one of these shufflers, okay? I am not a big fan for many reasons. I don't have ginormous hands, but, one of the reasons for me not splitting the deck and doing the poker thing is I find it damages the cards, so I'm just not that rough on cards. Other people like to get in there, whatever suits you. Other people are just sort of shuffle the deck around by being on a flat surface and drawing a couple of cards. Some folks don't shuffle. All good. Okay, so having done that, and I do cut the deck 3 times. That's always been a magical thing for me to cut the deck 3 times. It's kind of important for me. So I always cut the deck 3 times. Then take the top card. So take your top card and just flip it over in front of you, face up. And take a second card, the next card, and flip that over face up. And what you have are 2 cards telling you the thing that is your harvest for this season, the thing that you've really either accomplished or you've gathered. And the reflection then here is, well, let's just look at the cards, okay? So, as an example, the first card I have here is the 3 of Swords, with Mr. Cool Dude and the pins through the heart, who is absolutely pretending like nothing is bothering him. Hey, it's not a problem. But those pins are still in the heart. Okay. Swords. Ouch. The next one is the 7 of Swords. And you can see this poppet sort of sneaking away with the pins because, well, we can see what happened to the other poppet in the corner. So this one is about strategy. All right. So that's what I'm picking up here. Swords. So it seems my harvest in this last season, which would be summer, okay, for those of you following seasons, in the northern hemisphere, even deep south, they're just reversed. So do it for your season. It seems swords. It was a real airy communication. I think I have resolved a lot of communication. And that could have been figuring out what is maybe pulling between head and heart here, pulling out the pins on a few things that I was thinking, but maybe gave me a heavy heart. Maybe there was some resolve there. Yeah, I'm resonating with that. That certainly was a highlight. And the 7 of Swords is asking me, I guess, to look at and reflect upon what I've done over the last season. Strategy-wise, how have I been strategizing, and what is it that I've been thinking? Have I been taking away the things that maybe cause the pain, disarming conversations that may lead to conflict or to an early demise of something I've been thinking or holding dear? This begs a lot of questions about how I've been communicating and how I've been maybe anticipating things that are occurring and stopping them before they happen to me. So those are things that I'm going to sit down and jot down a few notes about. They're both about error in communication. They're both minor arcana. Remember that? It means it's more temporal, which fits perfectly for the season. It's telling me that maybe what I've been working on has been situational as opposed to a life lesson. These are things that have come up, no doubt, because of our current situation. So, take a look at a couple of cards for you, and what is your harvest? What are the things that you've been working on or that you've perfected? What are the things that you get to gather from the seeds that you planted? I follow seasons in general, so I start at the beginning of the year, and for me, there are many beginnings of years. We don't want to go there. Let's just say the standard North American New Year for now, also known as the Roman New Year to me, January 1st. Okay, so I usually start about that time planting seeds, and then at the beginning of February, really starting to create a vision or a plan of action for the upcoming year. Sometimes they're a little broader. It's over a lifetime and I check in every year, but usually it's fairly focused for the year. That's quite a span of time for me and good enough, so especially if you're living day to day in some situations. And then by spring, things are growing. By summer, they're really taking off. And then by the end of summer, as we've just experienced, things are dwindling, but you get to go out and you get to pull in the crops, so to speak. And that is what we're doing with this harvest. This is the harvest. These are the things that from you, maybe planting seeds that you wished and watching them grow, these are the things you're cultivating. So reflect on that. It's a very positive message, okay? We sometimes forget the things we've cultivated. And again, don't get creeped out if you get a really ugly card in your opinion. You know, if you get that death card, it doesn't mean you've cultivated death. It means you've let some things go. You've let the things maybe die that were not serving you. Maybe you've had to deal with death. Maybe that hasn't been pleasant. That could be. But more often than not, the death card is just about letting things go. And big things, things that you've had difficulty letting go of. That is also a harvest. Release. Okay? Okay, well, if you're interested in witchy things and you want to know more about magic coming up to the season of the witch, well, for me, that's all year. But if you have things that you want to learn, misconceptions, stereotypes, what actually that word means in a contemporary context as well as a bit of a historical context, what spellcasting is, all the different traditions that are out there, maybe where you fit or really do not fit into this whole discussion. Is it a religion? You can find out all of those things and much more. If you want to take my course, please go visit my website. I have a Season of the Witch course that is 4 Thursdays in October. Okay, it is a Zoom course. All right, so please visit and, take the course. I hope to see you, witchy folk, community-wise, and tarot readers. Okay, so have a wonderful week yet again. Enjoy the autumn. Really get into touch with all of the elements that are starting to wind down a little bit. Reflect on the things that you've gathered, that you've harvested up to this point, and enjoy yourself. Okay? Until next week, have a wonderful week, and don't forget to comment. Let me know what you think about harvests in general and fall. Subscribe if you like these videos. Don't forget you can always ask me questions. I will answer 99% of them. Okay, you know where to find me, and until then, stay well. Goodbye.